Oh, you thought I was just going to tease you with the cracklins. No, we're going to do a back-to-back, back-to-back. Probably there's going to be a day or two between when I post these. And these are the original pork cracklin curls. That's a nice Buc-ee's logo. Before I open these up, I just want to say one thing. For some people who dieting, low-carb, no-carb, keto, these things right here are the greatest secret for things that are zero-carb foods. Fried pork fat. Who would have thought? That's the move. But yeah, as you can see, there are 0 carbs in these. And only 80 calories? Oh, for a quarter of the bag. That makes way more sense now. But yeah, this is another one. This is also 2 ounces, so it's a good-sized bag. And these ones feel kind of similar to some of the Max ones in the small bags. Again, 2 ounces is a little harder than you usually get for your pork cracklins, unless you get a bigger bag for more. I'm going to open these up. First thing I want to see is I want to see how salty they smell off the rip. And fatty, yes. If you know that smell, you know that smell. You see inside the bag here. These ones here go to about here for the filling of this. And as I said, these are from Buc-ee's. So we just look at this cracklin. This is looking good. And I'm going to be quiet. I'm not an ASMR guy for videos. You guys know that, really. But I might act all ASMR for a second. You can always hear a good crunch or a good cracklin. It's very important. And these pieces right here, these are the go-to tests. The ones that actually have that little extra piece of back fat on them. Yeah. If you can bite into that fat layer and there's a little bit of juiciness in it, that's how you know it's just set to the right level. A lot of times when you get the ones in these bags like this compared to when you... Like sometimes, you know, you can go to a grocery store and you get in that like styrofoam little container there. You have the cracklins in those fresh sealed. Those are always typically the best of all the cracklins compared to these bag ones. Those are the freshest, and those are sometimes a little saltier too, but they sometimes will have the thicker pieces of fat. Rather than these ones, typically you don't get as much fattiness to it. You get more just of a skin vibe, but still. Alright, as I said, these are the original. They did have other flavors like the barbecue and probably buffalo and stuff, but I just want to pick the original for this one because it's the first time I'm trying it. Got enough pieces with some diversity in size and flavor. One thing I will say, these are not overly salty. Sometimes you can get cracklins that might be too salty or just not salty enough. How does the fried fat not get salty enough? I don't know, but sometimes it just feels like you're very plain Jane. These have the flavor that you're rooting for, but similar to the cheese curls, it's slightly, I don't want to say slightly muted, but it's not quite as strong. But these things fill you up. They're good for days. Well, actually, they're not good for days. If you open a bag, you got to eat that bag right now. You're just going to go stale overnight. So that's going to kill me because I just ate those puffs, like these crisps, right before. But yeah, these are flavorful. If you haven't eaten these, it's hard for me to just be like, don't, because it's not. I mean, apparently there are some people that don't eat pork cracklins or whatever you want to call them. I'm calling them pork cracklins because that's what the bag says. I prefer to call them chicharrones, but who cares? Fried out pork is great. I like pork. If you're a person that does not touch the pork, I understand, but you're missing out. That's all I'm going to tell you. I have a very good friend who doesn't eat pork, and I'm just... Sometimes we go to barbecue places together. He always gets the... I'm trying to think what he gets. I think he gets the beef brisket or stuff like that. He loves it, but I respect his opinion on it, but I always tell him, like, this pulled pork sandwich is great. You should really try it if you want. But I understand everyone has their own opinions on stuff, so I'm not going to push anyone, but this bag design is still cool, too. It has like a, I don't want to say semi-rustic vibe, but it's just interesting. I like the logo. It stands out. The lettering's easy to read. The flavoring's good. These are a 9 out of 10. I would advise these over these, totally. Good flavor, not too salty. It's there. I just wish there was just a tiny bit more of the flavor pow and a little bit more of the fattier pieces with a bit more of that juice in it, because that's just next level. All right, this has been Dollar or Less Food, and I will see you guys next time.